What if I told you there's a way to potentially turn $1,000 into a cool 100 grand, maybe even $1 million by the end of the year? Sounds crazy, right? But what if it's not? The stock market, my friends, is a powerful beast. It can make you rich, or it can chew you up and spit you out. The key, as always, is knowledge, knowing where to put your money, and more importantly, when. That's what we're diving into today. We're talking about my top 5 stocks to buy in 2025 that could skyrocket your portfolio by the end of the year. We've got cutting-edge tech, revolutionary healthcare, and companies on the verge of changing the world as we know it. If you only watch one video today, make sure you watch this one, all the way till the end. Hit that like button. Let's get 1,000 likes on this one. Share the video with your friends and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next important financial investing update. First up, we've got a name you know, a company that needs no introduction, Pfizer. They've been a cornerstone of the pharmaceutical industry for over 170 years, and let me tell you, they're not slowing down. From the discovery of penicillin to the development of vaccines, Pfizer has consistently been at the forefront of medical breakthroughs. They're a powerhouse of research and development, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But here's the thing about Pfizer, they're not just resting on their laurels. They're constantly innovating, exploring new frontiers in gene therapy, oncology, and rare diseases. That's where the real growth potential lies. And let's not forget about their global reach. Pfizer's products are available in over 175 countries, giving them a massive market presence. They're not just a big fish in a small pond, they're a whale in the ocean. Financially, Pfizer is robust with a market cap of $151.59 billion, an EPS of 0.75, and a PE ratio of 35.47. In 2023, they reported a revenue of $58.5 billion, and a net income of $2.12 billion, with a dividend yield of 6.32%. Now some of you might be thinking, Pfizer, isn't that old news? Think again, my friend. Pfizer has a knack for churning out blockbuster drugs, and their pipeline is teeming with potential game changers. Take their work in oncology, for example. They're developing groundbreaking treatments for cancer that could revolutionize how we fight this devastating disease. We're talking about potentially extending lives, improving quality of life, and offering new hope to millions. Then there's their focus on rare diseases. These are often overlooked areas of medicine, but Pfizer sees the potential to make a real difference. They're investing heavily in research and development for treatments that could transform the lives of patients with these debilitating conditions. Don't underestimate the power of a company with a proven track record of success. Pfizer has a history of delivering, and their current pipeline suggests that they're going to continue to do so for years to come. Here's the bottom line. Pfizer is a solid, reliable company with a bright future. They've got the experience, the resources, and the drive to continue leading the pharmaceutical industry. Now, I'm not saying it's a guaranteed home run. No investment is without risk. But if you're looking for a company with a strong track record, a commitment to innovation, and the potential for long-term growth, Pfizer is definitely worth a closer look. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, this isn't financial advice, and you should always do your own research before investing. But Pfizer, in my opinion, is a company that deserves your attention. Next up on our list of potential market-crushing stocks is another pharmaceutical powerhouse, Eli Lilly. This company has been making waves in the medical world for over 145 years, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. From insulin to treat diabetes to antidepressants that have helped millions, Eli Lilly has a long and impressive history of developing life-changing medications. They've got a knack for identifying unmet medical needs and then creating innovative solutions. But what really sets Eli Lilly apart is their relentless focus on research and development. They pour billions of dollars into developing new treatments every year, and that investment is clearly paying off. Their pipeline is overflowing with potential blockbusters. We're talking about groundbreaking treatments for Alzheimer's, obesity, and even migraine headaches. These are all massive markets, and Eli Lilly is poised to capture a significant share with their innovative therapies. Eli Lilly has a market cap of $764.19 billion, an EPS of 9.17, a PE ratio of 87.79, revenue of $34.12 billion in 2023, and a net income of $5.24 billion. They are a financial powerhouse in the pharmaceutical industry. One area where Eli Lilly is really shining is in the treatment of diabetes. They've been a leader in this field for decades, and their latest innovations are nothing short of game-changing. They've developed new classes of drugs that not only help manage blood sugar levels but also offer the potential to prevent or delay the complications of diabetes. We're talking about protecting people from heart disease, blindness, and amputation. And then there's their work in Alzheimer's disease. This is a devastating condition with few effective treatment options, but Eli Lilly is developing drugs that could potentially slow or even reverse the progression of the disease. Imagine the impact that could have on millions of lives. Eli Lilly is tackling some of the toughest challenges in medicine, and they're doing it with a level of innovation and dedication that is truly inspiring. If you want to know my secret for finding winning stocks, it's Forecaster, the ultimate tool for uncovering high-value investments. Try it for free today. Just click the link in the description with my code Galore10 for an exclusive 10% discount. Alright, moving on to our next stock pick, we've got a real powerhouse in the healthcare sector, Abbott Laboratories, trading on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol ABT. You know, sometimes I feel like a broken record talking about these big-name companies, but honestly, that's where the magic often happens. Abbott has been a steady player for over a century, and they're not showing any signs of slowing down. We're talking about a company with a market cap north of $180 billion, consistently pulling in solid revenue year after year. That kind of stability is like finding a unicorn in the stock market. But here's the thing, Abbott isn't just resting on its laurels, they're out there innovating and expanding their reach, making strategic moves to stay ahead of the game. They've been on a bit of an acquisition spree lately, snapping up smaller companies with promising technologies. That tells me they're hungry for growth, and they're not afraid to put their money where their mouth is. They're like that friend who shows up to the potluck with a whole spread, not just a sad bowl of chips. That's the kind of ambition we like to see. One of the things that really impresses me about Abbott is their diversified product portfolio. We're not talking about a one-trick pony here. These guys are like the Swiss Army knife of the healthcare industry. They've got their fingers in everything from medical devices and diagnostics to nutritional products and established pharmaceuticals. It's like they've got a solution for every stage of life, from baby formula to cutting-edge heart valves. Now, I know what you're thinking. Diversification is great and all, but how does it translate to profits? Well, my friend, that's the beauty of it. By spreading their bets across multiple segments, Abbott is essentially building in a safety net for their revenue streams. Even if one area experiences a dip, the others can pick up the slack. It's like having a diversified investment portfolio, but for a company. Pretty smart, right? With a market cap of $220.95 billion, an EPS of 3.33, and a PE ratio of 38.26. Abbott is another giant in the pharmaceutical industry. In 2023, Abbott reported a revenue of $40.11 billion and a net income of $5.72 billion, with a dividend yield of 1.76%. So, what's the verdict on Abbott Laboratories as we look ahead to 2025 and beyond? Well, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about their prospects, and here's why. The global healthcare market is only getting bigger, folks. As the population ages and chronic diseases become more prevalent, the demand for Abbott's products and services is likely to increase. That's a tailwind you want your investments riding. Plus, Abbott has a knack for staying ahead of the curve when it comes to innovation. They're investing heavily in research and development, particularly in areas like personalized medicine and digital health. These are the frontiers of healthcare, people, and Abbott is positioning itself to be a major player. So if you're looking for a solid, long-term investment in the healthcare sector, Abbott Laboratories is definitely one to keep on your radar. Alright, moving on to our fourth pick, we're diving into the fascinating world of robotic surgery with Intuitive Surgical, trading under the ticker symbol ISRG. Now, if you haven't heard of Intuitive Surgical, you're in for a treat. These guys are absolute pioneers in minimally invasive surgery using robotic systems. Think about it, robotic arms with incredible precision, controlled by skilled surgeons making tiny incisions instead of large cuts. That's Intuitive Surgical's bread and butter, and it's changing the game in operating rooms worldwide. The company's flagship product, the 𝗣𝗟𝗏 surgical system, is already a staple in many hospitals, and its adoption rate is only going up. This isn't just about cool technology, though. The 𝗣𝗟𝗏 system offers a ton of benefits for both patients and surgeons. We're talking about faster recovery times, less pain, shorter hospital stays, and reduced risk of complications. For hospitals, it means more efficient use of resources and potentially better patient outcomes. And that's why I'm so bullish on ISRG. As the demand for minimally invasive procedures continues to rise, Intuitive Surgical is perfectly positioned to capitalize on this trend. They're the dominant player in a rapidly growing market, and they've got a proven track record of innovation. Let's talk numbers. Intuitive Surgical boasts a market cap of $204.5 billion, an EPS of 6.33, and a PE ratio of 90.70. In 2023, they reported a revenue of $7.12 billion and a net income of $1.8 billion. With these impressive financials, Intuitive Surgical is set to continue its upward trajectory in the coming years. Intuitive Surgical has an incredible market share in the robotic surgery space. I'm talking close to a monopoly. They've been at the forefront of this technology for years, and they've built up a massive installed base of Da Vinci systems worldwide. That gives them a huge advantage over any potential competitors. Not only do they have the technology, but they also have the experience, the relationships with hospitals, and the surgeon training programs in place. It's a tough position for anyone to challenge, but it's not just about maintaining their current market share. Intuitive Surgical is also laser-focused on expanding into new surgical specialties. They're constantly innovating and developing new instruments and applications for their robotic systems. This means they can tap into even larger markets and continue their impressive growth trajectory. And let's not forget about the recurring revenue stream. Every time a 𝗣𝗟𝗏𝗧 system is used for a surgery, Intuitive Surgical makes money from selling instruments and providing maintenance. This recurring revenue model provides stability and predictability to their earnings, which is something investors love to see. Now, it wouldn't be right if I just painted a rosy picture without mentioning any potential risks or considerations. Like any investment, there are always factors that could impact Intuitive Surgical's future performance. One thing to keep in mind is the regulatory landscape. As with any medical device, the 𝗣𝗟𝗏𝗧 system is subject to regulatory approvals and oversight. Any changes in regulations or unforeseen challenges in obtaining approvals for new products could impact the company's growth prospects. It's always essential to stay informed about any potential regulatory hurdles that Intuitive Surgical might face. Another factor to consider is competition. While Intuitive Surgical is the dominant player in the robotic surgery market right now, new competitors are emerging. Some of these companies are backed by industry giants with deep pockets, so it's important to monitor the competitive landscape and see how Intuitive Surgical responds to these challenges. Additionally, the adoption rate of robotic surgery, while increasing, is not uniform across all hospitals and healthcare systems. Factors like cost, surgeon training, and reimbursement rates can impact the pace of adoption. It's important to track these trends and see how they might influence Intuitive Surgical's future performance. However, despite these considerations, I remain optimistic about Intuitive Surgical's long-term prospects. The company's strong market position, innovative culture, and focus on expanding into new areas make it a compelling investment opportunity for those looking to capitalize on the growing trend of robotic surgery. Buckle up, folks, because for our fifth and final stock to watch, we're stepping into the world of gene editing with CRISPR Therapeutics, trading under the ticker symbol CRSP. Now I'm talking about cutting-edge science here, the kind of stuff that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction movie. CRISPR Therapeutics is at the forefront of a gene editing technology called CRISPR-Cas9. Imagine having the ability to precisely target and edit specific genes within our DNA. That's the power of CRISPR, and it has the potential to revolutionize how we treat diseases. We're not just talking about treating symptoms here, folks, we're talking about potentially curing genetic diseases at their root cause. Think about diseases like cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, and even some types of cancer. CRISPR holds the promise of developing life-changing therapies for these conditions, and many more. Now I understand this might sound complicated, but stick with me because the potential here is enormous. CRISPR Therapeutics is already conducting clinical trials with promising results in areas like blood disorders and immuno-oncology. This is not some distant future technology, it's happening right now. Let's take a quick look at the financials. CRISPR Therapeutics has a market cap of $3.57 billion, an EPS of -2.81, and a P/E ratio of -14.88. In 2023, they reported a revenue of $371.21 million and a net income of -$153.61 million. Let's dive a little deeper into CRISPR Therapeutics' pipeline and why I believe they have the potential to be a game-changer in the world of medicine. One of their most exciting areas of research is in treating blood disorders like beta thalassemia and sickle cell disease. These are debilitating genetic conditions that affect millions of people worldwide. CRISPR Therapeutics is developing gene editing therapies that could potentially cure these diseases, freeing patients from a lifetime of blood transfusions and medical interventions. And it doesn't stop there. They're also exploring the use of CRISPR in immuno-oncology, which is the field of using our own immune systems to fight cancer. By engineering immune cells to specifically target and destroy cancer cells, CRISPR Therapeutics is developing potentially groundbreaking cancer treatments. The potential applications of CRISPR technology are vast, and CRISPR Therapeutics is actively exploring various therapeutic areas. They're looking into treatments for inherited blindness, infectious diseases, and even regenerative medicine. The breadth of their research and the potential impact on human health is what makes this company so exciting to follow. Now, it's important to remember that investing in a company like CRISPR Therapeutics comes with its own set of risks and considerations. We're talking about cutting-edge science here, and the path to developing and commercializing gene editing therapies is complex and challenging. Clinical trials take time, and there's always the possibility that a therapy might not work as expected or might have unforeseen side effects. Additionally, gene editing is a rapidly evolving field, and new technologies or approaches could emerge that disrupt CRISPR's dominance. Moreover, ethical considerations and regulatory scrutiny surrounding gene editing are evolving. It's crucial to stay informed about the ethical debates and regulatory landscape surrounding CRISPR technology, as these factors could impact the company's future. However, despite these risks, I believe CRISPR Therapeutics represents a compelling investment opportunity for those with a long-term vision. The potential to revolutionize medicine with gene editing is enormous, and CRISPR Therapeutics is leading the charge. And there you have it, folks, our top 5 stocks to buy in 2025. From established giants like Pfizer to innovative disruptors like CRISPR Therapeutics, these companies represent what I believe are some of the most promising investment opportunities in the years to come. But remember, this is just a starting point. Do your own research, consider your investment goals and risk tolerance, and make informed decisions. The stock market can be unpredictable, and past performance is not always indicative of future results. If you're serious about finding winning stocks in seconds to skyrocket your portfolio, use Forecaster, the ultimate tool for uncovering high-value investments. Try it for free today. Just click the link in the description with my code Galore10 for an exclusive 10% discount. And hey, if you want exclusive stock tips, in-depth analysis, real-time trade alerts, and free investing guides, join the Stocks Galore Patreon today and take your investing game to the next level. Our members there get full in-depth analysis on most of these stocks I mention here. Head over to patreon.com/stocksgalore and become part of our growing community of smart investors. Link is in the description. And as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more stock market insights, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, happy investing!